Welcome to 52 Solutions for Homeschool Moms. And the behavior we're addressing today is attention deficit problems. The solution? Some helps for moms. I'm Diane Holt at tutorsolutions.net. You are well aware of the attention deficit behaviors: fidgety, squirmy, restless, daydreaming, impulsivity, forgetfulness. You know the list. Well, let's look at some practical rules for mom to help the child. Rule 1, meet your child's needs. In other words, provide the stimulus they are seeking. Some are seeking attention, affection, physical movement. Then you need a menu of tools for your child that he or she can choose from. At the beginning of every day, have the menu out, and they can go through and choose what they would like to help them to focus. And at different segments of the day, switch out the tool. Let's look at some of my favorites. If your child loves competition, provide games for them. There are some games on tutorsolutions.net that I think you will find very helpful. This is a resistance band. We would tie this around the legs of the chair that the student was sitting on, and the student with their legs and feet, they could manipulate the resistance band. It was a favorite. How about a simple pillow to sit on, or a stuffed toy to hold? Now, if your child is in need of a snack, provide them with a snack. You can make it healthy if you like. This is something that they used in the old days. Gum. They would give children gum to help them. Now, some kiddos like fidget toys. You can buy them on the internet, or here's just a simple one, a bean bag that they can put their little fingers into. Well, you've heard of weighted blankets. Well, this is something above and beyond the weighted blankets, and weighted blankets do work. How about a weighted snake? Wouldn't that be delightful? Yes, indeed. You could make some eyes and put some eyes on them. It would be something the child would love. One of my students' favorite was just a simple blanket. I provided different colors. They loved them. They would wrap themselves in it, and it would bring them a sense of security. Now, just to represent the seating, there's hundreds of ways to change up the seating. This here is one of those roly-poly chairs that you can buy on the internet. And it's just a stimulus chair, and it rocks and rolls and spins. It's something children like. Well, when you provide this menu of tools, you are letting the child know that you are aware of his or her needs. And so bring together as many as you can. And now I'm going to put this away, and then we'll look at some tools for mom. Let's look at a few tools for mom. One that is often used is the timer. You use it like when you have 5 minutes before you can go out to play, or you have 15 minutes to get your assignment done. Another one I like to use is this egg timer, because it's such a visual, and you can say, set it in front of the child and say, when the timer is expired, I expect you to have 3 problems done. And then if they have three problems done, you give them a reward or a point. One thing that might also be helpful is to use auditory prompts. And this one is like a chime. And you'll say, when the chime rings, then you need to be finished with your assignment. Or when the chime rings, it's time for us to change into a different subject. Or when the chime rings, it's time to go out to play. Just use that kind of thing. Or a bell. But use something that's very, very pleasant, because you're going to be using it throughout the day. Another thing that I use all the time is the House of Grit chart, and there's a video on that, and it will help them to moderate their behaviors. Another thing is get them on task. That's going to be an upcoming video, so look for that. Now it's time to look at Rule 2. We've talked about all the tools that you would use in your classroom. Let's talk about the expectations. You need to teach the proper use of the tools and the consequences of improper use. Now, there are times when the tool they chose is not working for them and has become a distraction to them and others. So stop the lesson, kindly suggest they find something else. And that gives them a little movement to go find something else. And that's why you need a large menu of tools for them to choose from. And teach them expectations all along the way. Teach them to follow directions quickly. When I give a direction, I expect it to be followed in 3 seconds. When I ask you a question, I expect you to remember and to attend to the instructions so that you can answer the question in 3 out of 4 responses. Or when we have independent practice, I want you to complete your spelling words in 3 minutes. Just giving them expectations that you need them to follow. So that's Rule 2. Let's check out Rule 3. Rule 3. Celebrate success. As the child finds success, immediately praise them. I'm glad you chose the weighted blanket today. I felt it brought you success in focusing. Or, I'm glad you started to do your worksheet when the chime rang. I feel you are learning to follow directions quickly. In addition to the verbal praise, give them a signal, such as a thumbs up, something that they know that you know that they have made some good choices in that day. Rule number 4, reflect. You need to reflect on how things went at the day's end. Write that down in your journal. And then the child needs to reflect. There will be a time where you'll extend their day maybe 10 minutes. Then other days you'll extend 30 minutes. You need to talk to the child and ask them what helped, what didn't help. Your child, will mature into adulthood. You want them to realize that there are tools out there that they can use to help them to focus and to be successful. Now, they may not be the props that we have used, but there will be something out there, a list of something that will bring them success. They need to know that they can make choices that will help them to be successful. I am so glad to share this with you. I hope there's something you can use that will bring you joy and happiness in your homeschool. Thanks for watching.
Make sure you can contact us at tutorsolutions.net for any of your concerns. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe.